How much does it cost to live in the Philippines? The internet has so many different answers. It's different when you go to YouTube versus Reddit versus Nomad list. So this video is going to sort of compile all those together along with our own personal experiences of how much it actually costs. I think we have a unique perspective on this because you're a local.
Born and raised.
Born and raised in Manila. I'm just like an American who showed up with a suitcase. So we both have just different views of how much it actually costs us to live. So I actually did a lot of research going into this video.
Yeah, he always does his research.
Yeah, well, I'm a data analyst. I work remote as a data analyst. So I was able to use those sort of skills for this.
And as a local, I can tell you how much you are overpaying and if you have a good deal.
It's so nice having a local Filipina as a girlfriend because she helps me save so much money and she fights harder for me than I do. Like, you will make sure that I don't pay 20 pesos extra. If you feel like it's unfair, if she ever feels like it's unfair, she fights for me, which is really nice.
I'll fight for you.
Yeah, because instead of spending that money on me, is spending it overpaying.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Extra 20 pesos for you. It's worth it. So let's go over all the internet averages. The cheapest sources we could find where it says cost of living was the cheapest was YouTube and ChatGPT. The most expensive we found was from Nomad list and Reddit. So when we average all the resources together, it ends up looking like this. So this is across the entire internet, all of the different, sources for how much it costs to live in the Philippines. It looks like it averages about 1,900 for the high end of living. So that's rent, $892. Looks like utility was like 100. Groceries around 400 and dining out was around 510. And then compared to a local, how much does that cost?
A lot. That's monthly?
Monthly.
That's so much.
Yeah?
Yeah. Actually, utilities, $100 is just 5,000 pesos. Wherein we get billed like 10,000 for
electricity.
Yeah. Which I think is pretty messed up. I think there's been a problem with the electric provider. They're overcharging people. So people like us who live in a condominium where we don't have access to the meter, we can't see if we're being overcharged. We can check the kilowatts per hour usage. Wherein if you're living in a place where you can just see your meter like at the step of your door, you can easily check stuff like that. But groceries, it's $300, almost $400. It's a lot for a monthly. If you're alone, that's a lot. If you have a family, say you're a family of four, that's fine. Groceries is a lot, especially if you're dining out anyway, and your dining out costs $510. That's
pretty expensive. And then the low end, if we average all those sources together, the low end is about $428 rent, $210 groceries, dining out was $150, utilities was only $60. Now this is for expat living. I think a lot of times people Google how much does it cost to live in the Philippines and you get like a local Filipino's perspective where it's even cheaper. I'm sure low end, I know some people pay like $40 a month rent. Like insane numbers sometimes.
$430 for a average low living is a lot. How much is that?
In pesos?
20.
That's about 20,000.
20,000. You can live in a condominium for 20,000.
Yeah.
It's still like bougie, but not too bougie.
Yeah,
I think we're being overpriced with this place anyway.
Yeah, we're being pretty overpriced where we're at right now. So that's our next step. We're going to break down how our lifestyles compared to the internet averages and all of our numbers broken down. So in our experience, how accurate this are, we lived kind of both. We lived 1 month, very low expenses. When I first came here, I was paying off debt and sort of figuring out a way to make money online. And we lived in basically like a closet. It was really, really small.
And someone spilled the peppermint oil.
No. Somebody spilled an entire, probably this big of peppermint oil inside of the little closet space. So the whole thing smelled like peppermint oil the entire time. No. Who do you think? Who do you really think did it? And so, I mean, we slept good. My nostrils were dilated the entire time. But basically why we did that is it was really close walking distance to BGC. So our rent for that month was only like $310. And we were able to walk to BGC for an office space that has really good internet 24/7. So basically, we were out of our house the entire time. Like we came back to sleep, we left to work. And that's when we were building online income. I ended up building a community to help people find remote jobs. And so we were able to hire VAs, do a bunch of coursework so we can figure out how to best get people remote jobs. And we got it to, we can send out 30 resumes a day. We have Filipino VAs that are sending out all our resumes. So if you want 30 resumes a day and help finding remote work, you know, shameless plug. Check it out. Check out the link in the description. Oh yeah, check this out. And link in the description.
I think I think a good thing about renting a really, really small place, if it's just you or if you're living with your partner, the good thing about it is that it gets you to get out of the house. Like it forces you to get out of the house, especially if you're looking for a remote job, especially if you're trying to like get a job that you can, you know, live a bougie life of.
So our total expenses came out to $690 for the whole month. And it wasn't that bad of an experience. Honestly, like we got to walk to BGC and ride scooters around. She was addicted to scooters. We rode them like every single night.
An accident.
Which was, yeah, she fell on one really bad. But actually for how much we rode, I'm surprised you didn't fall more. Like we rode almost... You have a scar?
Yeah.
Let's see.
No.
Oh shoot, yeah.
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 I
So
didn't
we
know
took
it's
a
gonna be
tumble.
this
Color?
dark.
Are you upset at the color?
Yeah.
But like I said, this isn't like struggling. This isn't like living in a shack. Like this is, you can survive. And if you want to build something, save up a few thousand and you have like months runway to build something. Or like if you find a job where you can make, let's see, $4 an hour. If your total monthly expenses is $690, you could just make $4 an hour and be able to live that life. Oh, so that's $670 a month. Utilities were included. That's water bill, electricity, everything like that. We ate out, but we ate out like very cheap food. But now we bougied up. This is actually where we've been staying for 6 months. So I've stayed in Airbnbs and I did my 6-month rental. This place is amazing. It has like a gym, sauna, pool, game room with PlayStation 5s. Super tight security. Like someone can't even visit us and leave without
them calling us.
Yeah, like are you okay? Did they leave? So
security is extremely tight here.
We feel super secure here. Not that it's super dangerous, but it just helps. But I feel like we're overpaying a little bit. So we're paying $670 for this apartment, this one bedroom.
One bedroom.
Yeah. But in America, something like this, and for where I was from, Seattle, would cost $2,000 a month.
Sounds expensive.
Easy. So I don't feel like we're overpaying, but that's what's nice having a local. She's like, how much do you think this should be?
25 to 30. Like my friends came over and they were like, this place is nice. Like, how much are you paying for it? And I was like, 40. And they're like, bitch, what the
It's not that nice. Yeah,
it's not that nice anymore. But if you're gonna include water bill, electricity, Wi-Fi, we're overpaying because our electricity gets to 10,000 and our water bill is actually cheap.
So how much was our last month's water bill around?
Well, that was 3 months and it's like 1,000 something.
So $20 for 3 months of water bill, which is crazy. What really kills us, internet's super cheap too. We have fast internet and that's not expensive. The electricity bill really hurts us, and that's because we're in a condominium. So just so you know, like you were saying, it's not where you can check the meter. You kind of have to trust what your renter does, and you can start overpaying. Luckily, I have you, and she's fighting every step of the way. But it's very easy for a Filipino to charge you a little extra, let's say $670 a month, because as a foreigner, you're like, that's a steal. You feel like you're still getting a good price, but in reality, you could get it a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But our electricity bill is sometimes $187 a month. Granted, I love leaving the AC on. We come from different temperatures, right? Like, look at what we're wearing. I grew up in the mountains of Colorado, and she's like in the Philippines. So hoodie and tee, so I keep it really cold in the house, so that's probably why. But as a foreigner, you're pretty comfortable at that limit.
But if you think about it, we left for 2 weeks for Cebu, and then we came back and the electricity was like 5,000.
So
which is crazy.
That's really expensive. Yeah, it's $100. Thank you, Babs. I'm gonna stay. I have to stay up so much. We're moving out today, so we have to pack. It's gonna be a long day. So our lifestyle went from like working and building something to just bougie. So you know, Jewel loves to cook. She cooks great meals. She cleans but she doesn't ever have to. Like we make enough money, where we can eat out basically whenever we want. There's a service out here called Grab, and for both of us to eat out delivered to our house, it's like anywhere between $8 and $12 depending on which we get. If we get 2 large pizzas from Angels,
20.
it's like $18, which is why we gained so much weight.
And I'm not pregnant, guys. Stop spreading rumors about me being pregnant.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, we got a couple of comments like that. But what's cool is we value our time now. Once we were able to start making money online a little bit easier, we have cleaners come by once a week, and actually twice a week, and we don't ever pay.
Once?
But okay, once a week, depending on the week. Once a week, and our laundry done. Both of those services together, like $25. And so if we wanted to spend our time doing the laundry, cleaning the house, that might take us 3 hours. But at our jobs, we can make $25 an hour and have those 2 hours free. So it's better for us. The cost of living here is so cheap. We just work an extra hour and then laundry done, dishes done. We get better at our jobs. We get, like, it scales. It's almost live like the rich do in a sense. And that's what's so awesome about leaving America is you get to live like the rich do, which allows you to make more money. Because it really is the less money you have, your time is just drained. You're trying to save a few bucks, going to the grocery store to cook every single meal and go to work, and by the end of the day, you don't have any time to build any sort of business or any sort of income.
Because you're too tired for it.
100%. I've been there.
You're like holding up your roof, and by the time that you have enough time to like go off the roof to find something that you want to do, something that will make you earn more, you're too tired for it. You're like, I need to rest so I can hold up the roof again tomorrow. Yeah,
it's sad, but that's why I think this lifestyle is like the absolute best. So our rent, $670, utilities on top of that, just electricity, where it's like it gets us up to $900. Internet bills, cell phone bills, all pretty standard. But our eating out, we get food delivered and we eat out so much, almost a couple days, almost every meal. But what's awesome is we have this free time and we're becoming kind of foodies. Time. So that bill at the end of everything ended up being like $850. We ate out a lot and we eat nice places too.
We need to fast.
Yeah, we need to fast. But in America, that's not that much. And I counted also like date nights. So that includes like when we go do activities and stuff.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
It's more than just us eating. But honestly, that's the kind of lifestyle we're living now. And then tickets to traveling, like we went to Cebu on vacation. So some months we hit as high as like 2,700 if we took a vacation. Most months we were right around 2,100, 2,200. So we're a little bit higher than what the internet predicted for a high lifestyle. But it's 2 of us. And also, we're doing everything we want to do. Like we're going to see a movie when we want to see a movie. We're going to take a trip to the islands if we want to take a trip to the islands. We're not having to deep clean the house ever. You know, our lifestyle is just so, for what we're paying, we're getting, you'd have to be making or spending around $7,000, $8,000 a month in America to be living that kind of life. To wrap things up, if you're spending anywhere over like $1,000 a month to $1,500, you're living pretty cushion. Like you're being able to eat out when you want. You're in a nice place, you know, utilities all covered, probably some amenities there. And then anything over 1,500, it's very luxury lifestyle. You know, cleaners, people doing your laundry. Bougie, you know, eating out, very expensive restaurants whenever you like. That's the lifestyle you can achieve out here. And it's amazing. I really think if you take U.S. income, find a way to make it online with a remote job, which I'll help you find. You can live, I know, shameless plugs, guys, shameless plugs. But you really can live, this changed my life. Like, I'm able to save money, and I would almost have to live stupid to not save money. Like, with my income, I would have to be dumb, spending money on ridiculous stuff to not end the month in a surplus. And that's just the way life is when you leave the States, especially in the Philippines.
Just one tip. If you're looking to rent a place for long term, try it first on Airbnb, because that's what we did with this place.
Yeah.
We like stayed here for a few months just through Airbnbs, not under a lease. We don't have any commitment to just one unit. And we just tried their service and everything, service, amenities, and it was good. That's why we decided to just stay here for a long term.
Yeah, that's a great point. You can, and it's going to be in the same building. Usually every building, the front desk, you could ask for like the openings. And sometimes your Airbnb owner has other properties that they're renting long term. If not, there's probably some available in the building. So that's a great point. Check the building out on Airbnb.
Yes.
All right, guys. Catch you on the next flight. Easy.
Oh.
editor.
Sorry.